Thought about investing? Ever jump right in there, just watch the price drop? And then as it drops, you're just thinking, oh, it's going to stop now and it's going to keep going up. And then it just doesn't stop and it keeps dropping, keeps dropping. Next thing you know, you're like, I made a terrible decision. This is awful. I've lost 50% of my money. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get out. I'm going to preserve whatever capital I have. Yeah, that's called buying the top. We don't want to do that. So let's start thinking about ways we can avoid that situation, because nobody likes buying the top. Nobody likes holding the bag. So we're going to use Bonk here as an example. This is in the crypto space. This cryptocurrency on the weekly time frame, it is having an absolute tear of a week. It is up 97%. Do you think this is a good time to buy? Is this getting you to feel like this is a absolute opportune time to get in? It's not. It's a terrible time to buy. This is the rewards everybody down here get to enjoy. But what ends up happening is as the price goes up, psychologically, a lot of people get this feeling. They have this fear of missing out, aka FOMO. FOMO is a terrible thing. So it makes you think, oh boy, this could keep going forever. Let me throw my money in there, and guess what? You just became exit liquidity. You are the allowance of people to sell off. Thanks to your buying, people can get out of their positions that they accumulated down in this range. This is where I'm not going to say smarter individuals, but the individuals who believed in the project, they were buying down here because the price was going sideways. This was an amazing area to jump in, as we can tell now. Did you know for a fact it was going to fall, not fall further? You didn't know for a fact, but you had an idea from history. Thanks to once it dropped down here once, you came up, you came down to it again, and just for good measure, you tried to hit it a third time, and you couldn't. When you could not hit that level for the third time, a lot of people understood, oh boy, this is the time to jump in. Anyways, now, what am I talking about? Why am I talking about it? Let's dive into it. Buying the top and how we can avoid it. So all I really need you to do when it comes to, is this a good time to buy in or is it not? Take a look at the weekly time frame. When you go into the weekly time frame, you can see where you have large wicks of selling pressure and then compared to where you are on this price action. Currently, you have a nice strong candle body. This looks fantastic. This looks great. This is enticing. This is getting people to want to buy because they're saying this can go forever. Understand what happened in the past. Understand where you fell to. Did you break all these levels while holding support at that level? Yes or no? The answer right now is no. So anybody who's buying right now, I hate to say it, there's a high possibility you are buying the top. And that means you are becoming exit liquidity. That's not what you want to be. Not at all. You can also see on your relative strength when it comes to the weekly time frame, you are not technically overbought yet, but noted, the week ends in 20 hours. As soon as the week ends, you are more than likely to get into overbought territory, in which, yes, on the weekly, you can stay overbought for long periods of time. Extremely true. And then you have the volume traders out there, they're going to see, but look at all this volume. It's going to keep going up. And what I say to that is, I don't believe you. Not one bit. Reason being, you are at all-time highs. Yes, you could be going into price discovery. Don't get me wrong. However, with this relative strength being near overbought territory, the rally is coming to an end sometime in the near future. It could be the end of the month, could be the end of the year, considering we're in mid-November. But the end is near. What I would more love to see is if the price came back down to this range that was only acting as resistance, why don't we use that as support? That might be a much better opportunity of buying compared to up here, which noted, in this case, time of recording, that is a difference of 32%. So if you had $100 you were putting in here, do you really want to turn it into $70 in the hopes that once it went back up to where you are currently, you're breaking even? Or would you prefer it be $132? I think the $132 would be a lot better. Just my personal opinion. Don't know if anybody wants to argue with me in the comments. Now, if we look at our daily time frame, this is another one you really got to pay attention to. This daily time frame. Now on the daily, if we look at our relative strength one more time, you're not just overbought, you're severely overbought. There's one positive: you did backtest as support once. Want to know the worst part about that? You only did it once. Now you're overbought. You're going to need to reset these indicators. So guess what? That means sell pressure is more likely to come in. I'm not going to say it's coming in for sure. Just saying it's likely. I mean, it could just trade sideways for months on end, reset all the indicators, then keep running. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. But these are two things that'll help you when it comes to your buying, the interest of when to buy. This can also help you on when it's might be time to sell off, take some profits, take a little risk off the table, and then if it does come back down here and you still really love the project, you could just put that money back in and then enjoy more upside potential. Because if you come straight back up, you're looking at 47% upside instead of losing 32%, breaking even, and then hoping it goes further. So this is just a video I wanted to put out. Ways you can avoid buying the top. Most people get like that trade, or they look at charts a lot. They'll get stuck on these very low time frames, and for some reason we forget to look at the weekly and the daily time frames. Unless you're a swing trader, they'll stare at a lot. But another great way to see if the momentum is coming to an end, you can also see on your relative strength if the strength is coming down while the price is going up. That means there are people selling off into this buying pressure, which also means once the buying pressure just subsides, you're going to fall over in a big way. So just something to keep in mind. That is referred to as hidden bearish divergence, and usually it's a nice little regulator to see when the top is coming near, when selling pressure might take over. Of course, there are ways that you can get outside of it where you end up setting a low on your relative strength and setting a higher high, and then it cancels it out. However, now you'd be looking for that to play out on the daily, and of course the same thing can happen on the daily where you see hidden bearish divergence, you set a higher high, but either way you still see that first pullback or consolidation before making that next run up. So hopefully this video helps you out when it comes to your decision making. Hopefully your trades are going absolutely amazing. This month has been a dream. Lots of money being made out there. And if you haven't been making tremendous gains, maybe you might consider joining the community. I have a Discord link in the description down below. You can join there. If you have any questions anytime, feel free to ask. We have a very small community, but you know what? We're growing day by day. And I'm hoping one of these days we will actually hit 1,000 subscribers and then continue not only teaching everybody, but hopefully allowing more people to take full advantage of this market. So then you're not sitting here scratching your head and calling everything a scam. Other than that, we do have two exchanges we are affiliated with. That is Weeks and Buy DeFi. The links are in the description down below. Buy DeFi, if you jump in there using the link, you can automatically get VIP level 1, where you get discounted rates when it comes to your trades, as well as they have great deposit bonuses and all of that. Weeks on the other side, it has amazing deposit bonuses, has fantastic daily wheel spins, and Weeks is a great one. Lots of trading pairs. Best part of both of them though, no VPN required. They're friendly with the US, and there's no KYC required. So if you feel like you don't want the exchange knowing who you are, all you need is an email, Google Authenticator, and you're good to go. Anyways, hopefully you guys are having a good one. Hopefully things are going well for you. Make sure your stop losses are tight, and remember, don't get left holding the bag. We're out here trying to make gains, not give them to other people. I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.